Hey everybody, it's your boy, and well, Boris Johnson's finally gone. I've been cataloguing his decline and fall for the past couple of weeks now, and well, I wasn't expecting him to go so soon, but unfortunately for him, he did. So, what exactly caused this really quick decline and eventual resignation? Basically, after all the stuff that happened that I catalogued, there was a sex scandal, of course, in Westminster. There was a guy called a Mr. Pincher, Pincher, who was going around sexually assaulting men in Westminster, and this was known amongst the Westminster bubble. This issue was raised to the highest people within that bubble and eventually got to the Prime Minister. When all of this became public, the Prime Minister, rather than just say, yeah, I heard about this and I was trying to deal with it, decided to say that he didn't hear about anything, he didn't know about it, etc., etc. He lied, because then it turned out that, well, he was told a few years ago. Oh dear. And then this led to a spate of resignations, and even when he tried to replace some of these people, he had 50 people leave. Even his replacements were saying he needed to resign because this is it. So, after all the stuff he did, the failure in regards to his immigration policy, the failure in regards to the economy, COVID, stuff like that, in the end, it wasn't all that got him, although that all played a part, ultimately. It was a guy called Pincher pinching people and doing God knows what else, and him lying about this person that ultimately sealed the deal. Well, it's just like Al Capone, isn't it? He never went to jail for any of the stuff he did as a mob boss, but he did go to jail for tax evasion. All I can say is, good riddance. The man absolutely failed when he claimed that he would get Brexit done. He only got it done, halfway there, with a terrible deal, which was basically Theresa May's deal. So we got rid of her, only to replace her with him, which is pretty much almost a carbon copy. He then decided to flip-flop and also coast out to the left far too much in regards to CRT, social justice, stuff like that. Let's not forget his terrible COVID policies. Originally, he was going to go with a Sweden-style policy, then the left read, and then he decided to coast out again and backtrack and put us into one of the worst lockdowns Europe had seen, although obviously nowhere near as bad as some other countries. And then, as we were trying to get out of this lockdown situation, he kept lying about when we were actually going to leave until finally he had no choice, because basically everybody in the country had got it by that point. He set back the country economically decades, pretty much, and we will be living with the consequences of his failed policies, the issues he failed to address for the next couple of decades. He has no one to blame for himself. He had all the potential, at least to himself anyway, because he loved to think of himself as the next Churchill, to be that. Yet he didn't, because the man is a blank slate politician, the man has no real opinions of his own, or everything he does for power, and well, good riddance. But who replaces him? There's at least 10 to 11 people who've put their names forward. Some of the best ones didn't, unfortunately, and well, I will save that for either a stream or a future video. Suffice to say, the options aren't very good, and they failed once again to be competent leaders. They are very lucky that Labour is as unelectable as it is right now, and they're lucky also that accelerationism isn't very popular in this country, because there are a few people who think we should literally vote for the worst people in the world, commies, in order to teach them a lesson, and out of the ashes of the UK that will inevitably arise from this election, something better will turn up, which, as we all know, is bollocks. But anyway, until next time, it's been your boy, and I'll see you all later.